Hey guys, welcome back to another one down the river. We're back down off the Lachlan River again today. If you saw last fortnight's episode, you know that we weren't actually on the river, we were on a creek that comes off the Lachlan River, and we're exactly the same today. But it's an absolutely awesome spot, so I'm just going to quickly get set up, roll the swag out, get the fire going, because I'm trying something pretty special today. Wait there, I'll show you. I'm trying something out of this. So if you guys have watched the channel at all, you know that I watch all of Harry Fisher's Fire to Fork series. I watch a shitload of Harry Fisher's cooking videos. So I'm going to try something out of his cookbook tonight. I'll leave you to think about what it's going to be and see if you're surprised. Righto, so like I said to you guys just before, we're going to try something out of Harry Fisher's Fire to Fork book. Highly suggest that you go and get this. Seriously, this is I'm not really into cookbooks, but this thing I have almost read cover to cover. It's absolutely awesome. Harry hasn't sent this out to me or anything. He doesn't even know I exist. I just genuinely love his channel and genuinely love this book and everything that he makes in this book. But anyway, what we're going to cook is the not crap nachos. Now, the recipe calls for 1 kilo of pork loin. I can only get 2 kilos, so I've just got a 2 kilo pork loin roast and cut it in half. Hopefully that works all right, but we'll see how we go. Anyway, I'm not going to show you the whole recipe because this is not a cooking channel, and if you want to go and see it, I'll link Harry's video down in the description box so you can go and check it out because it's absolutely awesome. But I will sort of just walk you through the highlights of what we're going to do here. So first thing we're going to do is get this pork and cut it down into 4 sort of decent chunks of pork. Alright, got them into sort of 4 decent little steaks or sort of loin chops. Now I'm going to quickly bang out this spice mix that's in the book. I'm just going to quickly mix that up in a cup and then coat all of these and chuck them straight on fire. And I'll quickly just coat up these bits of pork. Man, they look awesome, seriously. This spice smells awesome. Probably just give that a bit of a rub. Get in there with your hands, don't be shy. I'm really loving trying these recipes from the Fire to Fork book because it gives me an excuse to sort of do this kind of cooking. Sweet, take these over, get them straight on the grill and sizzle them up and see how we go. It's still pretty smoky too. It does actually say in the book to chuck them on over some smoke, so hopefully that's gonna do a hell of a lot for the flavour and really sear them up. Taking these two off because these are starting to char up and look really bloody good. I've got no idea if this is how they're supposed to look or not, but I hope they are. Nice and sort of charred up just a little bit. I'm going to go check on the other two now because they should be just about done. Then we'll get everything mixed up in the camp oven and start these nachos. So chuck everything in the camp oven and give it all a quick stir, coat everything up, and then we're pretty much just going to sit it on the fire. So chuck all this stuff in here now with the pulled pork stuff, and we'll go and slow cook this on the fire for the next 2-3 hours apparently. I'm not going to be eating until late tonight. It's like 6 o'clock already, so yeah, I reckon it's going to be a pretty late dinner for me, but it's going to be worth every second of it. Let's go. All right. Sweet as. I've just taken the pork off the fire. I only had it on there for about an hour and a half, but it's pull apart tender. I just touch it with a spoon and it's just going to break apart. So that's what it said in the book to cook it to, so that's what I'm going to do it. Let's quickly get this into that, and then we're going to start layering up all the nachos and get it back on the fire just to melt everything down and bring it all together. Oh man, I am so looking forward to this. It's awesome. This is so fun. All right, sweet. Let's get this transferred over here. Oh Jesus, let's get that all in there. Get that in there, and I'm just gonna break it all apart with a knife and a spoon because that's all I've got on me. That's unreal. I can't believe how easily that's breaking apart. That's pretty well all broken down. Sort of making like a Mexican lasagna. Right. Alright, so just finished layering all of this up, and I'll tell you what, this looks absolutely insane. If this tastes half as good as it looks and smells, mate, I'm going to be in heaven. Let's get this thing back on the fire. I don't know, we'll give that 10-15 minutes, see what it looks like. Oh mate, it is getting seriously cold. Alright, these things are done. I've just taken the lid off, still pretty hot. Man, seriously, check these things out. Absolutely stoked with how these things have turned out. Just gonna have a quick little taste. That's awesome. That's just the meat, cheese, and chips. But I've got some tomato here as well. I'm just going to sort of sprinkle that in there because I like a bit of tomato. Right, and I've also made, I'll chuck this up for the camera to see it, but I've made the guacamole out of the Fire to Fork book as well. So definitely suggest giving that a go because that tastes absolutely awesome. Yeah, and I've never had guacamole that good before. So definitely give that a go. I'm going to hoe into this. I'm going to eat sort of as much as I can. Whatever I don't eat is coming back home with me tomorrow. But then I'm going to go sit down and eat and watch the footy because I'm starving. That was one of the better feeds that I think I've ever had camping. That's not a comment on me cooking, that's a comment on that recipe. It's starting to get pretty cold, so I've actually got to be up fairly early tomorrow and get home. So I think I'm probably going to pack it in, jump in the swag, Thumper's already jumping in there, put himself to bed, the big fella. So I'll see you guys bright and early in the morning. Righto, good morning. I think it's just gone about 7:30 or something like that. 7 o'clock, 7:30. And I just wanted to quickly talk about the mattress and sleeping bag setup. If you guys saw my last couple of videos, you'd know that I slept on an air mattress for a couple of very, very cold nights, which wasn't a good idea. But I wanted to confirm and just prove to myself that the mattress made all the difference. So obviously sleeping on this high density foam mattress in the Darchie swag definitely stopped all that cold being sort of sucked out into the ground. And I've actually ordered a new sleeping bag, so you won't see this one again. It just hasn't turned up yet. So I definitely wasn't cold last night, so I actually got a really good night's sleep. But anyway, I just looked around and Thumper's out of the swag already, so he's off wandering around, so I better get up, make a coffee, see what he's up to, and yeah, check out how nice the day is. So let's get up. I don't know if you can see those logs, all the snags just behind me, but a couple of little water rats just going in and out of some of the logs. It's really cool. If anyone is curious about one of these sort of swags with the whole boot end sort of thing on it for your dogs, this one, Dustle Dawn Limited Edition, I don't think you can get this one anymore, but Darchie also do Nebula Plus, I think, and a Dustle Dawn Plus, but the little boot end on the end of the swag for your dogs is absolutely perfect. For a dog like Thumper, Thumper's a blue cattle dog and he's about 30 kilos, so he's a big cattle dog. He's actually a very tall cattle dog, and that fits him perfectly. I actually went and bought just a foam matting dog bed for in there as well, and it fits in there with plenty of room. Thumper's actually 10 years old, I think, this November, so yeah, he doesn't do too well if he's laying flat on the ground. I'll swing you guys in there and you can have a look at it, but it's just a foam mat with a cover on it, and for him it's no dramas getting in or out of there. Really good option, these Darchie swags with the boot end for going camping with your dogs. Oh man, this is a really nice spot. I was actually having sort of doubts about camping here last night, being that the road's pretty close, creek's not really looking the greatest, but it turned out to be a really good little overnighter, so yeah, I'm stoked that I came out here. Anyway, I do have to start packing up though, because the morning sort of got away from me a bit and I've got to get home fairly soon. So let's quickly start packing all this up and get out of here.